What's up guys, Rowan here, bringing you Fresh Take 2. This week I'm going to be bringing you a really popular dish from Korea called kimchi. It's really simple, really tasty. It's a fermented product, but don't let this put you off. It takes very few ingredients, you've probably already got them all at home. Let's jump straight in. So we've got Chinese leaf or Chinese cabbage to start with. We're going to cure that with 2 tablespoons of table salt. We've also got 135 grams of caster sugar here. Got some anchovies. You can use salted shrimp as well, but again you probably won't have that. We've got 100 grams of ginger. 15 cloves of garlic. Sounds like a lot, but it all dulls down in the fermentation process. We've got 60 mils of soy sauce. This is light soy sauce I've used here. We've got 60 mils of fish sauce as well. 2 teaspoons of Sriracha. I've dulled down the spice level in this because my partner can't handle hot things. Usually you would use a Korean chili powder called gochujang. Got some carrots and also some spring onions to mix through the kimchi at the end. Alright, let's get cracking. To start with, we're going to grab the smallest board you can possibly find to chop this Chinese leaf. We're going to cut it in half lengthways. And then we're just going to cut it into about 2 centimeter strips. Doesn't need to be anything fancy for this. The kimchi is a very rustic dish. We're using the legendary David Chang recipe for this. He's an incredible Korean chef with loads of old school techniques that have been tried and tested down generations of his family. He's got an amazing book called Momofuku, which is worth getting if you're interested in cookbooks. Great Japanese and Korean infusion recipes. Once you've chopped up all your cabbage, we're going to put it in a big bowl. We're going to mix in the 2 tablespoons of table salt. And we're going to take 2 tablespoons out of the 135 grams of caster sugar and mix that in as well. Then we're going to make sure that's all coated, and then we're going to cure it for anywhere between half an hour to overnight. So next we're going to make the marinade for the kimchi. So we've got the anchovies, I've sliced up and peeled the ginger there, and we've roughly chopped up all the cloves of garlic. We've got the soy sauce and the fish sauce, the sriracha, the leftover sugar, and also we're going to use a tiny bit of water. We're going to blend all of this in a food processor or a hand blender. Nothing you use too often because it's going to be tainted with the taste of the kimchi afterwards. So I've used Chinese leaf here, or some people know it as Napa cabbage. You can make kimchi with anything really. You can use radish, daikon, mooli, you can use cucumbers, you can use kohlrabi, just use spring onion, pok choy or pak choy, mustard leaf, shiso leaf. Creativity is basically endless with kimchi. There's no right or wrong order with mixing and blending these ingredients. We're just going to put everything in the blender all at once and blend the whole thing together. Leave the water out initially because we want to make sure we've got the right consistency before we start adding water to it. Adding our 2 teaspoons of sriracha here. If you want more of a kick from your kimchi, just add a bit more sriracha, or maybe just add chili flakes, fresh chili, really anything that's going to give it a nice pungent kick. So all the ingredients are in, we're just going to blend that for a little bit until it's nice and smooth. We're looking for a consistency of something like a emulsified salad dressing. So a little bit of viscosity to it. Adding that splash of water and blending again. confession time, this is actually one of the first times I've ever made kimchi properly. I used to make it a lot when I was in chalets in Switzerland, but I do a speedy version, so we have no time to ferment. I'll tell you what, that sauce tastes incredible. So we've got our cured cabbage here that we've just rinsed off the salt and sugar. Chopped up the spring onions, peeled the carrot down into ribbons, and we've got our marinade. A nice thing to do that I completely forgot about and didn't do in this recipe, but I'd love to have done, is if you char the spring onions and cut them into about 2 centimetre batons instead of slicing it raw, gives it a lot sweeter flavour. Gonna add that all to the cabbage, mix in the marinade, get everything well coated. So next you're going to need a container to hold all this in. I'm using a Kilner jar here, which is going to take away the rubber seal so it has chance to burp, well cleaned and sanitized beforehand. You can use kimchi boxes, which are wooden boxes that hold all the smell. You can use jars, but just make sure that you release the gas every so often. Going to push everything down, make sure that the liquid's covering all the cabbage. And we're going to close the lid to that and leave it in a dark place for about 24 hours, 48 hours, until it's started to ferment away. After that we can put it in the fridge and it will keep for as long as you need it. You can serve kimchi as a side with pretty much any Asian dish. It's great with ramen, stir fry, fried rice dishes, but here I've done it with a delicious Japanese street food dish called okonomiyaki, which is really simple, super quick and easy. You might have seen it in one of my previous videos. If you've liked the kimchi, you'll absolutely love this. Go check it out. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at rumandrolo, and also like, comment, share and subscribe to these videos. Catch you next time. This has been Fresh Take.